Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is JJ and it is that time again. We have made it back to summer. You know what that means if you've been around here for the past 3 years? I create a reading challenge every single year. Which is funny. I laugh because I haven't actually completed my own challenge yet. I guess that means it's a good challenge. I'm working on it. Maybe someday I'll finish all of my challenges, but for right now, the goal of this challenge is really to help you expand your horizons, get to the books that you meant to read, that you didn't read, whatever it may be, and actually read the books that you said you were going to read. It's to help you look at your own shelves and decide on what books to read based off of what you already have access to. So, without further ado, I want you to pick for the first book a shiny new release that you've been super excited about for the last, I don't even know how long, right? Like one of the books that's coming out that you're super, super, super excited about, that is your book for the shiny new release. Next, just read a book you bought. Any book that you spent money on, read it. Pick it up, actually read it, okay? If you're anything like me, you have book buying problems and you struggle with the book reading. So, read a book that you bought. Don't end up like I have. On the other hand, you could just end up like I have and be happy with all of the books that you are surrounded with all the time, and then keep reading the books from the library instead of the books that you own. I want you to read for the next book last year's shiny new release because, again, you probably meant to read it and put it off and didn't read it. So whatever book that you really wanted to read from last year that you haven't read yet, read that one. Next, I want you to pick a book from a genre that you don't usually read. So for example, my preference right now has been suspense novels. I'm going to try to read a book in a different genre. I don't know exactly what genre I'm going to pick yet, but I'm going to try, right? That's the plan. Next, a genre that you know you've enjoyed, but you haven't touched in a while. So like for me, that's fantasy. I love fantasy novels. I just haven't actually read any current fantasy in I don't even know how long. Next, a recommendation from a friend. Pick a book that one of your friends has told you that you needed to read, and that you've been saying, yes, okay, I'm going to read this, I'm going to read this, I'm going to read this, and you just haven't yet. Read that book. The next up is a recommendation from a public figure. So that's someone like me. If you need ideas, I have plenty of book recommendations I can give you. Or like John or Hank Green, or Oprah, whatever, you choose. Pick a book that was recommended by a public figure that you trust, that you want to just read so you can get to know them a little bit better. Next up, read a book from a small press or an indie author. There can be a lot of divide between traditionally published authors and indie authors or small presses. Like if you're not from HarperCollins, it's really hard to get somebody to read your books. So with that said, I want you to intentionally go find a book that you probably haven't even ever seen before from a smaller press. Again, I have some recommendations. I'll put them all down below and in my blog post that I post where I also post graphics that you can post on Instagram when you're going through all of this challenge with me. Those graphics will also be on my Instagram post. So that's super cool, super fun. You should check it out. I want you to go pick a smaller press and a smaller book. You can probably get your library to buy it for you. Libraries love to buy books for you. My library buys almost all of the books that I want them to because I just want to read the books and I don't want to buy them yet. Or sometimes it's like my friend's book and I want other people to have access to it that only ever go to the library. So that's a cool thing that you can do to support an author that you really enjoy that nobody knows, is you can request that your library buy their book. And that opens it up to a world of new readers. Anyway, read a book from a small press or an indie author. And then I want you to read a book that's trending. Read the same thing that everyone else is reading. And I know, like, a lot of people, like, I was against this when I was in in high school. When the Hunger Games came out, I refused to read them. No, because they came out before they got big. But when the Hunger Games got big, when everyone else was reading them, I was too late. I was behind the train, so I just decided, no, I'm just going to wait, read them all later. It'll be great. There's the quote that goes, if you only read what everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. And sometimes thinking what everyone else is thinking isn't a bad thing. So I want you to just get on a trend, hop on that trend, get involved in the hype of it all, and read that book. And then lastly, because we all need to read the classics even if we haven't in a while or we haven't touched them since high school, pick a classic that you haven't read yet that looks interesting to you and read that one. That's it. That's the whole challenge this year. Again, like I said, I will be posting graphics on my Instagram account and on my blog that you can save to your device and post with the book covers when you post about it on Book Talk or BookTube, or even on Bookstagram. If you post anything on Bookstagram, I would love for you to include these graphics, like stack it up so that the book itself is front and center, but then put my graphics later on in the post, because I really would love for other people to hop on this train and do this challenge with all of us. I'm going to be doing this. I'll be posting my own graphics as I'm reading for the challenge as well. There will also be the hashtag JJ Hanna Reading Challenge for this one will be 2021. So as you're going through and reading things, you can actually do the thing. You can engage with me on social media, and I will gladly go see what you're reading because I really want to see what you're reading too. Okay, that's everything for today. I'm super excited. Happy summer. We made it. Make sure to go find me on Instagram as well at author JJ Hanna. I'm everywhere at the same address, so I just realized you might not know where to find me, so I wanted to make sure you knew where to find me. If you're looking for something else to watch or listen to, I have short stories that I've read. I have a bunch of just let's have fun videos, and I have a few book hauls up, so you can go check out any of those things on my channel if you're looking for more. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye!